us! Hi! Hold on, I gotta make sure stream's working on my phone. It's working! Okay, let's copy a link and send it in the Discord so people are aware. Oh wait, did it send? It sent. Oh, Carl did it! Carl, thank you! Okay, okay, we're good. We're all set up. Let's get started. Let me... Okay, yeah. This is one of my favorite games. This is the Stanley Parable. And I wanted to start this tradition of doing a stream every Friday and playing one of the games I own that are one of my favorites. Oh shoot, I accidentally skipped it. Basically, we are a man named Stanley in an office. We're employee number 427. See? See that? Yeah. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Why does it keep lagging? I'm gonna punch you.
Simply missed a memo.
I got the knocking on the doors achievement already. I don't know why I wanted to do it. My brain was like, we need to do it again. No, we don't. Okay. Oh my goodness. Guys, we gotta.
Oh, new content? What does that mean? New content.
I haven't seen this in ages. I haven't seen the new content thing. I just know it exists. I've played this game before.
Hello,
whoa.
And thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
That's bonkers.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
That's crazy.
Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I have a fear of needles.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
This is
crazy. This sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay, narrator.
So far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yes, so true. I need something to watch YouTube chat.
Is it broken? What's going on here?
There we go.
Should we be moving somewhere or oh,
hello. Hello.
Right, finally, at long last,
hi, Chaotic.
It's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I'm gonna explode. I love this game. It's so stupid. It's funny.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
For real, people who don't have fears of needles are actually insane.
Okay, let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Well, he's desperate. Oh, the jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Okay, we're gonna save those for later. We jumped! We jumped!
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley,
Ooh.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box.
Thank you, narrator, for your input.
Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Oh, it's behind us.
I knew there had to be something else.
I'm saving the jump circle because there's another jump circle once we get over here. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fanbase rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter.
You want to
and hold
jump
them
circle
personally
IRL?
accountable.
That's so real of
It's
you.
my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Uh-oh.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Oh.
What do you say, friend?
A great time? Heck yeah. I love you, narrator. Whoa. Okay.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well,
There's a
fine.
vent?
You're a... Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
I'm not a dork just because I went to check the vent. Where is it? What am I looking for? Oh, it's right here. I'm just blind, you guys. Ooh, what's that? Coffee nut. Okay. Probably what the narrator... I don't know what I was gonna say. I forgot. Fun fact, most of the cutout footage in my videos is just me forgetting what I was saying.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh my
Just
gosh!
our little
I love this
secret.
part. It's so gorgeous.
I call it the memory zone.
I
It's
think
where
with
I've
the
installed
anniversary
all my
update, they
favorite
threw in some
memories
new photos.
So I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Where's the good times?
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley
Good
Parable
times.
on
I think they
PC.
added some new
You see,
photos.
Stanley, doesn't the memory
I don't know
zone
if they
remind
did.
you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was
What's
before
this
it
one?
was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Oh, it's the two
Remember
doors.
back in October of 2013, when
That's
the game
awesome.
originally launched.
I don't
Back then,
think the
video
good
games
times
had
are in
integrity.
here.
Back
Of
then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Stanley Parable demo. Smile because it happened. A trip to loving the photos here, narrator. Oh, it's all their rewards. Okay. New video game releasing today. Okay. Los Angeles Times. The Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Okay. I love the sound of birds.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism.
Oh,
10 out
no.
of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie
This is the
Sterling
part with
writes,
the
and I
reviews,
quote,
guys.
"Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives. And
Why
then
is Kevin
succeeds
Briding
to be
so
every
British?
game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And
Okay.
now, it's nothing. It's
Oh.
no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh. Oh no, I think we're going to the bad reviews. Oh wait, what's this? Memory zone maintenance? Lame. I was hoping there would be new content there.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that
Those are the
offers some of
things
the
I
most
think they
enjoyable,
used to make the
surprising, and
game,
rewarding
right there.
choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
Carpet
9 out of
textures.
10. Don't you get it, Stanley?
And then
The
I know
game
they
was
use
perfect.
source.
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay. Where's the next door? Right there.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh, now we go down there.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Oh
What's
no,
this?
we're at
What's
the
down
bad
here?
reviews.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
We love the Steam reviews.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Funny!
I'm not
I
trying to
love
be
that
funny.
part.
I'm
It's
trying
so
to
funny
see
to
what
me.
not.
The
I
way
suppose I could
he
write
gets
up a
so
handful of
offended.
games to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Another one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't.
No, don't doubt yourself.
An awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh, I forgot. I can't
What's
jump.
this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do
No!
that.
Are
If
we
I'm
gonna
truly
get the
too
skip
preachy,
button ending?
then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Ruh-roh. Oh no, it's the skip button
And here
ending.
it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with just the push of a button, you'll
You
have
ate
zipped
the skip
right past
button?
it. It's
Oh,
what the
please
players have
do.
been asking for. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of...
I hate this ending. We're just gonna hurry.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
I hate
The
this
minute I
ending
start to
so
go off
much.
On a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
I'm gonna cry. I hate this ending
Unendurable
so
by any
much,
means,
you
but,
guys.
well, there's really
It
only
makes
so
me
much I
so
can ramble
sad.
on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do
Eee.
suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really...
This ending kills me inside,
Stanley,
guys.
You're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel.
Fire alarm's running out of battery.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review.
Bro's angry.
All of their pitiful...
Oh, I thought I heard a lip smack, but it turns out it was just the freaking...
end is never the end, is
It's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never...
I'm gonna explode. What? Where's that water sound coming from? How many years has it been? Enough time the buildings start to break. I'm so excited. Well, no, I'm not. I hate this ending. It makes me depressed. Look at that. The plants are taking over. It's been that long. Oh. Is that sand? I think so. Okay. What was that email? Tumblr, I don't... I'm gonna punch you. Tumblr, leave me alone. Oh, yep. Can't remember where, but I think there's a campfire somewhere that I have to go to. I don't know which direction I'm going. We're just gonna keep walking. This way. Yeah. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna explode. Why? I have a new message or two. Sorry, fellas. I gotta check these. Okay, we're good. Okay, let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we gotta find all the figlies. Oh? New content. I unplugged these. No.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Thank you, narrator. I'm madly in love with you, narrator. Load faster. We need to see the new content. Yahoo! Bring me up.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The
Hold on, I
original
need to
Stanley
move.
Parable
My
was a
knee is
landmark,
hurting.
and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
One step
Which is
even
why
further?
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release
Okay.
with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An
You can't see it, but I'm
entirely
like
new
awkwardly
experience, built
smiling
from the
right
ground
now.
up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
The 2 doors are back. Okay.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe.
2
don't you think?
burns? Oh, that's
Ultra
beautiful.
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
No, I didn't
It's
trip on a pebble.
future-oriented. It screams
I'm not like
progress
Huey.
and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I
New
figure
features?
that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much
Oh my
more of a
gosh.
fun- Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Gym button! Gym button! Gym button! Gym button! Gym
For the
button!
Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really
Too
want?
big.
And of
Just right.
course,
Okay.
The first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step... Yes!
Okay.
You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away.
Jim.
Otherwise,
No!
soon you'll start to
No!
lose
The
sense
Jim
of who you
button!
actually are.
Jim.
My gym button! No! I'm sad now. You took away my gym button. Okay, let's move on. I want to go to the fig leaves. Let's go to the fig leaves.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the... An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Where am I going? Infinite hole, free achievement. Oh my gosh. Oh, fig leaves, fig leaves. Look, it's Stanley. But he's a giant statue. Okay.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay. How do I get out of here? I think I'm stuck. Help me, guys. I'm stuck. How do I get out? Wait, do I go all the way up there? There's a Figley in there. There's a Figley right here. Oh, yikes. That's kind of creepy. Figley! Okay. That's kind of...
It really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it.
Free
Absolutely
achievement?
tragic.
Let's go check it out. I love the way Stanley looks. He looks so silly.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes
Give
of
me the
ravenous fans
achievement.
all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
How do I... Is there a way to actually get it? I'm curious now. Don't think so. Lame! Hate the narrator. How could you? Not giving me an achievement. Car. Let's go
What else?
jump circle.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Look, it's the jump circle again.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Last time I was in here, I forgot to save a jump for the jump circle, so the narrator yelled at me, and I didn't want that to happen again. Where am I going? Infinite hole. Okay, let's go get it. Oh, what's this?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Okay. Oh, I get to vote. Happy 12th birthday step. Okay, we're gonna do.
You know, sometimes
Get
when you
well
solicit
someday.
another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
What?
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
What? Okay. That's lame. The narrator sucks.
Or
How could
actually,
he?
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
We're moving on to the infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down.
Let's get to the bottom.
That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've
I know
gotten
it's
to
not
see the
infinite.
infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top and we can continue onward.
We are not. I'm determined.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I know there's a bottom, guys. We gotta get there.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley.
We did it, guys.
I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Okay.
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Look how far away the
If that
top
works
is.
for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Eee. Okay. Let's go see the other new content. Oh, what's up there? Can I go up there? No. Lame. Okay. Okay, where do I go next? That is the issue. Exit this way. Yahoo!
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit.
Oh my
You
gosh,
see,
the
there's a
bucket,
surprise
the
I was
bucket,
going
the
to spring
bucket.
on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay?
Where is the
All
bucket?
right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Where is the bucket, guys? I don't know where the bucket is. Please, no screenshots. Okay. Where's the bucket? Forgot where the bucket is. Where is the bucket? Can't find the bucket. It's not up here. Oh, it's up there. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Narrator. The button that says G. Oh. So it wasn't here. Where the frick frack paddywhack is the bucket? Oh, there it is. It's the reassurance bucket! You stole the bucket? How could you? Why do my games always freeze? That's so annoying.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
I froze again.
Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever... It's the Stanley Parable.
What the flip?
Parable. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease...
What the
will fill
flip
your
was that?
mind
That
with
actually kind of scared me.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, The many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley parable will feel perfect. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arm. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
Come on.
Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Whoa,
Yes,
you said a
the
swear
bucket
word.
is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh my god.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Free me.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, where was I going? Oh yeah, exit. Gotta go this way. Up here. Whoa. Look at that, Stanley.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together
I say
as
no.
one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh no. Oh.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go, version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating
Figgly.
gags, but they don't add up.
Can we get the
anything.
Figgly? I don't think I
I
can.
wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With
Oh
respect.
no.
With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really tremendous...
Unrelated, but I gotta see how long this stream has been. Oh, almost 40 minutes.
title screen.
Oh,
A
yikes.
title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company
Oh
in
my
a big building
gosh.
where he was employee number 427.
Oh.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
I'm just gonna skip it.
All of
Loving
his
the
coworkers were gone.
decorations.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Thank you, narrator.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna get the Silly Birds ending, and then we're gonna end stream. We're going to the Silly Birds ending.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Okay.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
I think I went the
Stanley
wrong
once
way.
again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Why did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer?
I think I did the wrong ending.
Oh, comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here.
No,
Let's take a look.
no, free me! No! I hate the instructional videos!
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is
I'm
yes.
gonna explode.
Let's dive
That's
deeper.
what I'm gonna do.
If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With
What?
these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny!
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
I just
Finally,
wanted the
it's
Silly
time to
Birds
hand
ending,
out
but I went the
surveys.
wrong way.
Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random.
Free
And
me!
that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles.
What?
All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed and may
flip?
Earth reign supreme.
What the flip?
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery.
Oh,
Come
no.
on, let's head back.
Get me out of here.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to.
Oh, there's a
nail the
fig leaf right
delivery.
there. I need to grab it.
Stitches.
It's right there.
Bucket, you'll say. How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
Free me.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
There we go.
The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke.
Rose.
Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
He's thinking. Where do I go? How do I enter? Okay, I think I can't do it because of the fence right now. Eee! Let's go back to the two doors. Two doors, two doors, two doors. I want the silly birds ending, please.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done.
I can't go in the.
It's all
I can't go in the broom
fault,
closet.
Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you?
Yay!
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Oh, I bet I'll have to redo that whole dialogue again if I don't do it.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone.
Okay.
Now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake.
Get me out of here.
Myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Did it reset?
Stanley,
Oh.
you love the bucket so much it's like you...
I got the not Stanley ending.
Pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No?
Okay.
Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame?
I haven't seen this ending with the bucket, so...
What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Okay. Now for the silly birds! Silly birds ending!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Silly
it
birds
mean?
ending and then I'm
Stanley
out.
decided to go to the meeting room.
We need the bucket
Stanley
for it.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I wonder if the broom
Stanley
closet's
clutched
different.
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Is there a Figgly in here? I'm pretty sure there is.
Still
Never mind.
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Broom closet.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find... Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
We are
walked
not
upstairs
giving-
to the boss's office.
The broom closet, the bucket. I know you don't really, but...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation,
I forgot the
Stanley may have broken
passcode.
down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours,
Shut your
did the
yap and
bucket's
give me the
warmth and guiding
code.
light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
There we go.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
There we go.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
We
This
need
is certainly
Silly
the most
Birds.
logical
Silly Birds
explanation.
ending. I love the Silly Birds ending. It's my favorite. Did you get the broom closet ending? That's my favorite. I don't know why I said it like that.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would
Okay.
be all Stanley could do to keep
Okay.
himself together, if not for the bucket.
Spin,
Soothing
spin,
him,
spin.
comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
Everything will be fine. Okay. Let me just get the Silly Birds ending.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Do, 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 boop.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I love how he, like, talks about the bucket like it's a whole other being. It's so stupid, but I love it.
The monitors jumped to life.
Where's
and
Stanley? Where's
nearly
Stanley?
dropped the bucket in shock.
427.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like
Haha.
guinea pigs.
427.
The bucket had
Okay,
never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
I hate this game sometimes, but I love it.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Is there a
Had the
bucket?
bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Thank you.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never!
Get me
He
out of
squeezed
here.
the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded
Okay,
from
guys,
this very
this
place.
is the moment.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for
I
itself?
don't know why I keep yawning. Sorry,
How could it have
fellas.
betrayed him like this?
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
I love this because I get to look at a whole ton of birds, and I'm a bird nerd.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another.
Wait.
And then it dawned.
Oh, look, it's a goose.
This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling
That one's
silly
feeding its
birds
babies.
all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade
Owls.
to disguise
Oh,
its true
they're so
intentions.
cute.
Had the bucket
Duck.
done this all along?
Parrots.
Stanley marveled at the metal genius
Seagulls.
in his hands.
I love
The one who had
seagulls.
pointed him
There's so
towards this
many in my
incredible
area.
discovery. Stanley and the bucket
Yay!
never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place.
Flamingo.
living through live
That looks like a
streams of the
finch.
silliest birds imaginable.
Penguin.
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Favorite ending. And that's why. Alright. Thank you guys for joining me this stream. Whoop whoop. It was a lot of fun. Oh wait, why is my chat not working? Oh well. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. That's it for Fun Game Friday, and goodbye!